Hey YouTube, Mark Coffman here, and today I'm going to be doing my follow-up on the Solitaire from MagLite. Now, I have carried this for almost a month, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with it. Now, this is my key setup. I have added a few things and removed a few things, and one of the things I've actually added is the titanium Griffin pocket tool. I will be reviewing that very soon, but I have been using the heck out of this. So it being titanium, it doesn't add much weight, but it definitely adds a little bit of bulk. So I still have my pen here, which is actually, well, it's great to have this on here, but I'm still debating if I really want to keep this Fisher Space pen here, because it works to have it there, but sometimes I don't use it. But when it comes to the flashlight, this has been an absolute joy. Now this has, if I can find it very quickly, this has replaced, and let me take this off my keys here. This has replaced my Olight IR2EOS, okay? And this here is, it's a good flashlight, it's decent, but the thing is, I've had this lose power, lose juice more than a few occasions, and then I don't have the cable to charge it. Whereas this, I can stop by any CVS or any drugstore and get some batteries for it. I don't really want to have to deal with cables. I'm kind of old school like that. And for me, having this and just popping a new battery, it's fantastic. When it comes to light output, it's pretty similar when it comes to light output here. Let me turn down the studio lights and let's take a look here. So you can see here, this is the Solitaire, and then this is the Olight, and you can see, yep, they're pretty similar. Now, granted, this one is actually not fully charged, and I haven't fully charged it yet, but it's a little bit brighter than this, but this is still comparable. But the thing that I've enjoyed the most out of having this on my keys is the fact that I can focus the beam. Now, you're probably looking at this and you're like, well, it's not really making a difference, but in some light situations, having the ability to be able to focus this just a little bit more on a subject of whatever you're working on versus not being able to really helps. So taking that beam and making it a little finer has been a benefit. Now, the other thing that I have enjoyed with this is actually the size. As you can see, I've changed my setup here. I've actually put it on a quick release pin clip here, and this is just to take it off my keys really quick. If I want to hand it to somebody, they're not necessarily taking my whole life, they're taking my light. And then I have this clip. Now you're probably wondering, well, why did you add the clip? Well, what I can do is I can put this in a shirt pocket, but I can also reverse this clip, and then you can put it on a hat. And then you're able to have this on a hat, and you can use it as a spotlight when you're using both your hands. So that's really one of the reasons why I've actually added this back on here, is because that adds a little bit more utility, and it doesn't really add a lot of bulk. Now, I did change out the key ring to a Victorinox key ring, and for me, that really allows me to use this if I have to have a key ring for something. Now, when it comes to the battery life on this, I have yet to replace it since I bought it. So the battery life on this has been fantastic. I haven't had to recharge it or anything like that compared to the Olight. The other great thing, this is made in America, and it is very robust. I actually dropped this on some cement, and you can see there that it took a little bit of a dent there, but it held up very well. This was on very hard and very rough cement. It wasn't like chalky or anything like that. And to be honest, this held up very, very well. And I just have to say, this thing has impressed me. I know it's a classic. I know it's an old school light, and I could have done the iridescent bulb, but I went with LED. But I have to say, this thing is great, and it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to probably stay on my keys. And what's great about having that clip is then when you're done, you can just pack it back onto your keys, and then you're on your way. So I thought you guys would enjoy seeing what my update was on this. I have to say, if you're going to get a small flashlight, I would probably recommend the Solitaire over any of the others, primarily because it's made in America. It's going to have some replaceable parts if you really need to replace anything, and you're going to be able to buy batteries for it anywhere you go. And if you don't want to be buying batteries, you can get rechargeable batteries. They'll probably last a little longer. Then the robustness is very decent, and you can also modify it if you have to. You can take this thing apart and add different colored lenses into it if you really needed to, and if you have to, you can use it as a candle light. You can take the front of it off and pack it in the back, and it can be a light for yourself. So thank you guys again. Till the next one, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.